once you guys are done, I'd like you to actually move on Desmond so we get that siege rolling. And Elkhorn is a siege guy, but he's also kind of busy in the New World, so we'll leave him to his own devices there. Jake, are there no one even considering becoming a friend? Friends are liabilities. An alliance should be made for the sole purpose of waging war, and there's nobody I could think to ally that would assist me in wars. So, no, we'll pass on that, thanks. Also, celebrate, I'm not even going to try with that name, but he's really keeping it together for the Pirate Kingdom. Sorry, Republic. We're not falling to despotism just yet. Speaking of which, I picked up the game Despotism. Looked interesting. If anybody's played it, I'd be keen to know if it's worth investing much time into. Alright, let's get this place in lockdown. You are a light ship, so I'll have you join up together, detach the siege that you need, or the blockade that you need, and kill and keep moving. Apparently that's all you need. That is light stuff. That's all we need here, but what I'm really going to be looking for is blockading Britain proper. The fool! I was going to declare war on him, at least then he would have had the Dutch on his side to take a beating for him. But no, he just had to be all rule Britannia and our fleet will block out the sun. And we come along and, well, that's why Lothian is going to be giving us the everything. Wow, we have really good blockade everything. You ever look at blockade efficiency and think, God, what a useless modifier? Well, my navies are almost 3 times as good at blockades, which means I need very few units to pull up 100% blockades here. That is impressive. Oh, I can't wait to check my spoils of war after this. Is that a couple of ballsy looking Brits I see on the high seas? Why don't we go and engage? We'll fight him with some stolen British ships. It seems fitting for the era. Also, we got any cannons to help out with Desmond? Yes, we do. This is why I built 6 cannons. Now, granted, he's better led. It's kind of stupid for me to go in without my admiral. It's not like the admiral's going to make a difference in this fight. And I do have a spare admiral, right? Gusty Watsits. Go and help out there, please. Give those British Watts for, because they get a lot of good rolls thanks to Wooden Wall, and they're... Okay, Christ. I'm even stealing ships from that engagement. I don't think the British have ever felt so heavily embarrassed before. The goal, in general, is to have majority pirate share in every trade node in the world. We don't have it in many right now. We got it in... Okay, we don't even have it in Constantinople anymore because I have my ships there. But survival was a big part in getting to that goal, because we had to put a lot of effort into survival. I'm wondering if having Tyrconnell on Scootage is really helping me anymore, because I could give this land directly to him. Whatever, I'll just pony up the dip, take the land, give it to him, and then integrate him. Because now I can quite happily integrate. Hell, I could start annexing him now. That would be nice. But I'd still rather he cored it and I just pay the dip for integrating him. And there's still a bit of time left in this war because I need to wear down the British a bit. I'm still getting ticking war score. Jings, I only have 6.4. I guess this war hasn't been going on for that long, probably because we're playing at speed 2 like some kind of casual. But my prolonged blockade will surely whittle down the British. Surely whittle down the British. I think the siege of Desmond will do more help for that. Right, let's get our units kind of safely together back on Man. Not here. There's a possibility for revolts here. Man, however, there's almost no possibility of revolts. I haven't even checked rebel factions yet. Even the Manx don't want to rise up, so we're pretty safe. I would love to use automatic fleet transport for this, but there's a little bit of me that doesn't trust automating any of my fleets when we're in such a dangerous-ish situation. Because if the British ever cross this, I am scuppered. Let's kind of cut back on our costs though, because I'm hemorrhaging money doing this. Any islands to siege this time around? I don't know what you mean by that. Whew. Any go-to that takes me here makes me think that Venezia has been taken, but there's no reasonable, there's no reason that that could happen. Let's not pay for the fort though, let's live on the wild side. Alright, I can take this. No need to pay for the Desmond fort, surely. Also true. Let's get rid of that. And yeah, absent merchant, what you gonna do? Last time you sieged down the Falklands, question mark. I sieged down Shetland last time and took it. The Falklands belong to the Danes, who I also wish to fight now. In fact, I'd like to fight them sooner rather than later. I'm on the fence about having Iceland and Faroes. So, who would like to see Iceland back on the map? I'd quite like to see it, and I guess that's the most important thing, but I'd like to at least have the feeling that you guys are involved in that decision some way. The Brits are still not keen on war, they think they're so much better than me. Ooh, happens by chance, but because I have Inflation Man and Trader, they both come to me saying, let's increase mercantilism. And I go, no, I'd rather have a whole bunch more everything. Get the hell out of here. Nice. And we'll see what advisors we get instead. Icelanders weaken the Kalmar Union with their presence. Free them. That's the kind of backing that I'm looking for. Improve relations doesn't do a whole lot for us, but I'll take you anyway. Oh, prestige. And I'm burning that stuff, so let's take it. How long will it take to annex you? 84. I like to think this war will be over in 4 years, but if I get declared upon, it'll scupper my plans on that front. But I do want more land, so let's just take the risk. Take a chance, take a chance. Sure, we can be your echo chamber, says Amras OX00, Iceland for the ices. Yes, we're going to deal with the British. I suspect the Ottomans will declare war on me once they're done roughing up Austria. So we should finish this war up as soon as we can after that. Granted, the war score is kind of the deciding factor on that one, so we need to be ready on it. Ooh, downside about this that I forgot about. It takes a long time for my... let's have a bit of a switcheroo here. It takes a long time for my diplomats to travel across the whole everything there. Can't I interest you in popping out to play? Yeah, I knew it. I knew it. This might work against me. Depends how fast I can get back over there. Alright. I might have lost a ship, but I think someone's about to lose a bit heavier. Ah, damn. I lost those lights, and all I was able to crush of theirs was a single light, so that didn't work out for me particularly well. Dang and dang some more. Oh well, I tried. I failed, but I still tried. Oh my. Cibola not quite golden. There was some gold and a few precious stones, but it was fiercely guarded by the natives. The monk who led us to Cibola disappeared not long after the discovery, and most of the gold with him. Some trinkets and gold dust was discovered, not nearly enough to give it the reputation as one of the 7 cities of gold. But we have still got something here. No, I'm looking for the wrong one. It's called Futile. What a name for a city of not quite gold. There must be some truth at least to one of these myths. Well, I mean, I'll take the dosh. Unfortunately for me, I'm never going to take this province for myself, so that tax income's a bit of a lost cause. How are we looking for development on the inland here? It's not that awful. We saw worse in the random new ocean. Congratulations, Jake, you buffed a province you'll never take. Yeah, but I feel a bit more fulfilled for it all. Oh man, to think I brought the British owned flagship into a fight against them. That feels pretty good. I still want to give these guys a rough housing. What does it take to make them come out to play? I think they need a bit of confidence that my ships are going further away from them than they are. So making peace with the Brits won't be too easy. The war is not going on for very long. But we're certainly not suffering, and they certainly are. So I'll take that for what it's worth. Oh yeah, let's also maintain the heavy-handed blockade here. This is nice. This is what naval power is meant to be and feel like. Truly and utterly squishing the British under it all. Got too much dip and not a whole lot to spend it on. Developing is certainly an option. It's one of the better options I can think of right now. I'm already annexing my vassals, so it's being spent there. Yeah, I really struggle to think what to spend it on. I think we still have our development thing active here, so if I have some good trade goods, which of course I do, we'll just buff it up to 10, feel good about ourselves, and revoke that edict. There we go. Culture. That would bank it in a way. I don't like using culture conversion for banking. None of these will work for converting. Oh, right. Anyone else a bit disgusted that we're tolerating the Portuguese in this campaign? I know I am. Let's set fire to a few of them. And then culturally enrich them. That one was so cheap to do because it was the same religion overseas. This one won't be quite so hilariously cheap, but the idea of having Portuguese around here just doesn't sit right with me. So once again, let's set fire to them and make them all Greek. Does the southern continent in the random new world have an inland sea? Oh, you mean here? I don't know. I guess we'll find out more when we explore the lands. Why does Austria have claims on all of Jake's land? Well, they certainly have a claim on Venetia. Oh yeah, that they do. They got a whole bunch of claims on me. And given the length of time on them, I wouldn't be surprised that it's because I left the HRE, and now Austria wants to have revenge. I just joined. Somehow Jake already has a foothold in Great Britain. WTFXD, says Slars. Not sure what to make of it, especially the already part, since about 140 years have passed in the game, so this is slow going for me. But yes, we decided that the British have to die. We have beaten them on the seas, we have them under full blockade, and we're just waiting for them to get too exhausted to resist our irresistible peace deal. Unfortunately, time is not on our side because I really think the Ottomans are going to come for me. Just go around it, I don't care. Spice trade's going to lower the... Oh, the Ottomans are invading Spain! That is precious. Killer DJ's around saying, nice to catch you live. Are you still alive? No, Killer DJ died long ago. Inquisitor number 5 is also saying hello. Well, welcome. Always a pleasure to be pirating as Naxos. Of course, the next big raiding journey is still a few years away. Why not sour those relations with the Ottomans even more? I worry a bit about this, the Ottomans here. Well, not a bit. I worry immensely about the Ottomans. Once they're done with Austria, there's very much nothing stopping them coming for me. I hope they take so much land that they burn on overextension for a while, but let's be honest, that's not what's going to slow them down. We are, however, still getting a decent ticking war score here. We'll get another 10 out of this. During that time, the length of war modifier will kick in, and I shall take from them. The question is what to take from them, though. Now, I can keep taking Irish land, but I could also go straight for the jugular. The downside of doing this is, you know, I still have nothing to beat them with on the army side. So what would probably be clever is to take some fairly coastal stuff. That would stop them from shipping units back here, but there's only so much of that I can do, and I should leave Desmond so I have a fort to deal with. How about you, though? Where are your permanent claims? It's all around there, but I still want the Pale. That's probably more than I'll be able to take in this war, but we'll do what we can. Sadly, though, that annexed vassal is going faster than I want it to. I admire your restraint in not playing more RimWorld, Jake. Good to know at least one of us can handle or control ourselves. Yeah, well, you're just not seeing me play it, but I played a little bit of an off-stream one where I took people from chat, threw them in, and had them eat people. But that's besides the point. Yeah, RimWorld, it's better for me to just put it down and not touch it. It was consuming me too much, and as you could see, all the videos had turned into RimWorld videos. Funnily enough, nobody's bloody watching them, but I don't care. I had the time of my life with that game. It's so good. It's so damn good. And what's really impactful for me is that it's a success story of early access. I hate early access, but that's a cause for growing concern. I need the British pieced out soon, or else you know who is going to you know what me. Well, let's get this paid for starters. Maybe I should invest in a few more galleys. My galleys should be considerably stronger than auto galleys, but I think I need a whole lot more of them than I have right now. So let's prepare ourselves with some galleys. On the plus side, our galleys will be better than their pretty much anything else, but it's going to take years to assemble those. I should have gotten on that earlier. Disemboweled Austria enacts Golden Era. Funny. Yeah. Oh, right, this isn't theirs. This is Chernigov. I mean, they may have lost Bes, as it's called now. Or is that Bek? I'm not good with my Turkish, and I never will be. See, even Austria sacrifices Hungarian land, so it's not like my actions were unprecedented. Reformed minister. The Reformed faithful have watched the rise of our philosopher. With both interest and enthusiasm, he's become proof that it's possible for someone to do well within the Naxian state despite not belonging to state religion. One day you might all rise like Vitali. Yeah, that guy. Thanks for keeping me at 3 stab. Not a single country to stop the Autoderps, says Sir Shiva. I will stop the Ottomans. I just need to figure out how we're going to stop the largest, most powerful naval force in the... Holy... Where are they... They're investing in heavy ships now? That's meant to be my shindig. And I will not be beating that army anytime soon. Jeez. They're even positioned right here. Ready to... Yeah. Yeah, that's gonna burn. Right, Shadow, you're being switched out for Anastos. And you are being switched out for Shadow. So if they do attack me... I mean, you are my only hope in defending Venetia here. I can't rein in my heavies because I need them for keeping the British under full lockdown. And I want those British on full lockdown. Helps me secure a better peace deal here. I still need another year to get my full war score there. Well, a bit more than that. Ah, on the plus side though, got a full-on completed colony there. Let's make sure it's full chord. Let's make sure it has the shipyard. I need shipyards anywhere and everywhere I can. And let's consider where else we want our islands. Now I'm free to take what I want, and I want these islands. They're really cool, especially that 8 development one. Oh, but these are all 8 development as well. And how are we looking? Let's get a broad... idea of this. These are pretty good, but this is just a really sexy island to have. But fur, livestock, fish. Fur, livestock, fish. Well, gotta walk before you can run, Jimmy boy. We colonial now. Oh, it's Lucas! How are you doing? Yeah, I mean, we're kind of learning from Cameron here. Oh, off to the new world we go. Oh, I'm playing as Prussia. Off to the new world I go. And multiplayer is just the best. I was playing some multiplayer earlier today. Too much fun to handle. Morale is one thing, but durability is what we're going to need. This is actually excellent. Well, for the time right now. Good lord. Ottomans, could you just go? You're making me so nervous by just existing in Italy. And I don't think you're there because you want to dogpile Ferrara. Remember, what would the Canary Islands do? What would they do indeed? Ah, right, capped out there, so let's keep on keeping on with our ideas. Dip relations won't help us, but colonists will, so let's plow our way towards it. Golden discovery, Cibola. Wealth comes in different packages and ways. Wait, what? You found Cibola? I was quite certain that I've found Cibola, but where was it? It was I have questions, France. Your imposter Cibola here. Wait, they found it in Almeria. Did I read that wrong? I may have. Oh, right, no, there it is. Almeria. Wait, what? No, different Almeria. Okay, I don't know about it then, but the French are looking for land. We already know about pretty much everything coastal, so unless they found it here, that's not going to be my golden city. Oh, well. Did the French happen to colonize around here anywhere? Yeah, it's going to be up here somewhere. Well, it won't be our land, but it's nice of the French to... Hold on a minute there. That's not French land, that's Spaniards again. Huh. And it could be anywhere. Je suis le golden city, hon hon hon, says Selectamo. And something that gives me a good giggle. Oh man, capped on everything these days. Let's get Tech 15 so our units are slightly less laughable. And get this awesome next dip tech, which means our heavies and lights can be even better. And invest in some, yeah, charge infantry. Not even putting much thought into that, but we're going for it anyway. And please give me all those galleys. We need them. Venice are now guaranteed by Austria, so hopefully the Ottomans decide that Venice is a more tantalizing target, or the Mamluks, or basically anybody but me. Because I'm kind of got my hands full with the British here. The British were finally starting to get a bit tired of the war. But I need to wrap things up with them before I integrate my subject, because I don't want to pay admin for all this. I want to give it to Tyrconnell. They core it, I integrate it, and everybody's a whole lot happier, especially me. And we're getting there for this land. This is good, because it's their permanent claims. They can core it faster and cheaper and all that jazz. I just hope they do get it cored before I integrate them, otherwise that's a problem. Can't think of a way to pause the integration other than cheesing them off. Now granted, that's an option. We shall explore such options. I could seize their land, that would make them unhappy. No, the Ottomans did not vassalize Ferrara. The Ottomans have vassalized Soran. My heart did a double take there. I was so convinced that was Ferrara. That was really funny. But no, they did not vassalize Ferrara. Game's just a laugh a minute with me. The Angus Beef 123 chimes in, just saying good evening. And yes, it is a good evening to conclude what has been a good day. I hope you've had a good day as well. Papal States are in a bit of trouble with Ferrara, Because Ferrara want everything, and I don't blame them. The conquest of Urbino, they want to come in and cleave up the papacy. I admire such an approach. Alright, it's coming up to raid o'clock as well, so all the more reason I'd like to not be so distracted with the British. It's a bit frustrating kind of hovering around this fairly low war score percent. Okay, 53 isn't that low, but because his army is... What? What? The Portuguese are going to declare war on us now. That's... Oh, right. Well, not instantly bring in the Spaniards. But the Spaniards are in debt, aren't they? Oh god, yeah, they don't want to join in a war here. Still, Portugal. Tell me about the islands you have. I mean, sure, every man is his island, but... troublingly, not a whole lot. You've been kind of slacking on the colonization, haven't you? Even Spain's been grabbing that. What the heck have the Portuguese been up to? I'm not terrified of the Portuguese alone. Hell, I'm quite the opposite of terrified. But they're getting in the way of my idea of consuming Tyrconnell here. I don't like that. Granted, I could just eat up Tyrconnell anyway and just eat the coring cost. I don't like any of the solutions here. What's the best way to pause the coring if I really wanted to? I can scootage and unscootage him until he gets really mad at me. But there's a chance he might seek independence that way. Ugh. It's everything that just distracts me from completely ripping into the British. And trust me, I want to rip into the British things. They won't even take that. Do you have client kingdoms, Jake? Maybe Portugal needs to be replaced. Yeah, but if I eat up Portugal, then I can't raid Portugal. And that kind of goes against what we're trying to do here. Well, I mean, they may occupy either of these. I'm not going to be too afraid about that. Hang on, does occupation cancel this? I don't think so. Right, well, what I will do is I'll have these guys fully active so that we can have this protected. Then the worst they can really do is take on any of these. Let's get you guys over there as well. If the Spanish get involved, it's a different story altogether. Yeah, as expected, he's blockading Tenerife. I need to piece out the British, pause the Tyrconnell, and then get on my merry way. Damn it, I hate to just stop there, but if my navy needs me. Yeah, these inland provinces, it's probably much better to go for the coastline against this guy. His coast is what gives him a lot more power than any of his inlandy stuff. Even if it's not permanent claim for my beloved subject. Yeah, go with that a bit. But I need to maintain the blockade for a bit. So yeah, I'm not too worried if the Portuguese occupy an island or two. Portuguese naval strength is a joke here, I can take them on. I mean, we occupied Portugal for 2 decades, maybe more, earlier in this campaign. So I'm totally not afraid of them. What would be annoying is if they came up here and harassed my block. Oh, come on! Hang on, what was that about Siena? Oh no, Soran. Can't really afford to keep having the British here. Wait, what? Well, somebody just found a backbone. Let's sum up our problems here. We have a few. I want to rip this land away from Britain, but it'll take time, and I want to give it to Tyrconnell, but I don't have any time to spare, and to give them land, I need to, I need to... Hang on, I just had a thought. This may or may not work. Yeah, I can't just drag them into the war, because then I could directly give them this land. That would be something else. Or can I? Let's give it a day just in case. Yeah, I don't think we have that. Yeah, I can't just call them into arms. That's a shame. So I don't want to conclude with the British, but I also want to conclude with the British so I can focus on the Portuguese and the Otto friends, who, in their infinite wisdom, bring a terrifying number of galleys to the fray. And I will be hard pressed to fight against that with these guys alone. Yeah, maybe you guys get over there as fast as you can, please. And let's not take such a risky route either. A lot to do, but let's get cracking with it. And by let's get cracking, I mean future Jake will get cracking with this. An exciting but dangerous war for me on various fronts, and I have no real army to speak of. I'm confident we can come out on top. I just have no idea how. But future Jake will probably have an idea. It's getting late, so let's hang up our boots for now. We'll be back... when will we be back? Tomorrow feels unlikely for some reason. Well, throughout the week. We'll figure it out as we go. But cheers for joining. I'm enjoying Pirate Naxos a whole lot, and now that we have our capital moved, we're free to snowball as much as we can here. And really, the Portuguese have offered us up St. Helena, which is a gateway drug to a whole lot more delicious islands, whereas the Ottomans are saying, please take Negroponte, Lesbos, Rhodos, Cyprus, and all the lot to us. Hold on, blockade ports? What? What? Well, see you next time.